Namaste. Greetings. Shalom. Welcome to another broadcast done by the incredible, the fascinating, the inexplicable, the unexplainable, the unfathomable, the mysterious, the magic, the very magical Magick La Croix. So I hope y'all are doing good since the last time we have spoken to each other, or rather I broadcasted. So today, all I'm going to talk about is time and space when it comes to magic. All right, because there seems to be still this thing out there uh, where people are lusting for results. Okay. One of the worst things that you can do is to do a magic rite or ritual or whatever you want to call it, and then think about it repeatedly. That is the best way to make sure a working fails. You know what I'm saying? Hey, how you doing, Archangel Michael? Peace, Don. How y'all doing? Um, Greetings, Cipher. Good to see you. Good to see you. Like I said, I was just waiting just to see if some more people were going to show up. But I'm going to talk regardless. So, uh, yeah, lusting for results. I know I have covered this topic before. I know I have. Seems like I got to do it again. One of the worst things that you can do is go to a worker, and this is one of the questions you ask: how long is this going to take? Don't do it. It's going to take as long as it takes. Remember, especially a worker that works with spirits, there's no time frame. There's no such thing as time or space. So that is the best way to fuck up a worker is to ask and lust for a time frame. Now, I used to give out the time frame 3 to 21 days based on my own experiences. But now when it comes to clients, I say it takes as long as it takes. And I do give this disclaimer that I can't give you a time frame. I can't. I simply cannot. I don't know. And I also add this: any worker who tells you they can give you a time frame is lying to you. You know what I'm saying? Peace. I'm glad you made it to Agar. I think that's how you pronounce that. That has those dots over the A's. Agar. Well, anyway, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope everybody's having a good Mars day. Today is the day of Mars. I do not have red on today. Um, Red means go. It doesn't mean stop. I've done my research, and after listening to the Elder Azazel Bay, it is a trigger color. Notice when you wear red how very warlike other people are around you. Just take notice of that. But it is a trigger color. I'm not wearing it today. I'm wearing both. My favorite color, black. Let's see what we got here. Um, so back on topic though, spirits don't have time is a man-made construct. It is man-made. Clocks are man-made. The ancient used the positioning of the sun to be able to determine a time of day. You see what I'm saying? The movement of the stars and the planets told them what quote unquote time it is. But they don't operate. We got to stop, assigning these human traits to these spirits because it doesn't work for them. You know what I'm saying? It really does not work for them. Um, It's like ascribing human or personality traits to cats. You know, cats don't feel jealousy or human emotions. So we got to do the same thing with the spirits. They don't work on a time frame. Some things work longer than others. And like I said, I know I've covered this. But it appears that people do not listen. Then again, they say they've conducted a study recently that adults have the attention span of all of 3 minutes. And I say it's less than that. I'm pretty sure it's less than that. Mars is driving me to eat hot foods like crazy. Okay. Aggressive. Aggressive foods, like spicy food. I would think anything spicy or that requires, or not requires, but have you put hot sauce on it. I remember back in the day, back in Philly when I was growing up, this guy who used to train pit bulls, he used to give them pepper and feed them raw meat. They put pepper in the raw meat, and he would lock them in the basement for days at a time. Now, if that don't make a dog pissed off, I don't know what would. You can do that to a human. You have the same goddamn result. But anyway, yeah. So when you go to a worker, now I'm not sure if you heard this or not, but workers really hate that question. I know I despise that question. How long is this going to take? I don't know. I don't know the in-depth story of your situation. I only know what you've told me, and a lot of people lie. So if it takes longer than what's anticipated, it's probably your fault. Now, I didn't come here today to lay blame on anybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I've been lied to repeatedly about stuff. Therefore, things work longer. You know. While we're on the subject, why, if you're going to trust and pay somebody to do work for you, why lie to them? That is not cool. It really isn't. Why would you lie to that? About that, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? So time and space, like I said, is a man-made construct. It does not apply to spirituality. Think about it this way. In the movie Inception, I think it's one of the best movies ever made. One of the best movies, hands down, ever made. Think of the movie Inception. Now, they put themselves in a sleep state, a deep sleep state, so that they can build their own realm, their own world. And it was just the two of them, beaches and water. And you remember this movie? It finally came out that they grew old down there. This is one of the most fascinating things to me, because I'm like, how were they unconscious? And it seemed like 50 years. And they were only under for a couple of hours. 50 years. They actually grew old together in the dream world. But they were gone from this world for a matter of hours. See what I'm saying? Time and space does not exist in that manner. So you can't expect a time frame when you ask the spirits to do something for you. You can ask for something to be done quickly, and if things are set up right, it may happen. But you can't keep thinking of the spiritual realm operating on a 24-hour period the way we do. It doesn't work. So I'm going to get to a question. It says, how can one master their own schedule of time? What's up, brother Goldmine? How you doing? How you doing? Good to see you. Always good to see you, brother. Uh, Cypher, yes, absolutely. Live up top. That is like working against yourself. If you lie to the person working for you. Absolutely. You lie and then we get shit all fucked up. You want to add on things after you told something initially that the worker started working on, and it comes to light that you were talking about something else entirely. That is against your own detriment. You shouldn't do stuff like that. That is not only shows bad characteristics, it shows that you're not trustworthy to begin with. See what I'm saying? Now, to get to Agar, I don't think I understand this question. How can one master their own schedule of time? If I understand you correctly, then you got to stop thinking in terms of 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? It it just think that there is no time. There's no such thing as time. It's man-made for control over daily affairs. It's the pinpoint things. That's the only way I can answer that question. I've never been asked a question like that. So, mind you, if this being live, um, motion, not time, but motion. Still not really understanding your question. Um, Not time, but motion. I'm not getting exactly what you're asking because what I'm saying is it's hard to explain with words. Yeah, um, you're asking how to master your own schedule. I'm not. You mean like needing a planner to plan out your day, or I'm not getting this question. I'm sorry. You know, um, but when it comes to the spiritual world, there's no such thing as time. So we got to stop thinking that this is something that you are going to control because spirits are not used, they're not controlled, they work with you. If you go with them with respect, then you can have the world literally at your feet. You know, a lot of people I've seen treat these spirits like they're dogs or something to be under control. But that is how society is. Everything needs to be controlled. This one, the spiritual world, not under control. Your own matrix. I'm sorry. I am really not understanding your question. What are you asking? Your own matrix. Some of the most mystical. Okay, you can email me. I'll see if I can answer it that way. But no, it's fine. English might not be your first language. My email is magickman43 at gmail.com. Some of the most mystical things I've ever experienced was between that waking and sleeping state. Yes, yes. One day I was taking a nap. I had worked all day and I came home, took a nap, and I told my son that I said, I'll get with you and help you with your homework. Just let me unwind for a minute. Let me just take a nap. I take a nap. In between that waking and sleeping state, I felt a vibration in my head, like electricity. Next thing you know, I'm at the foot of the bed. I'm also in his room at the same time. This is what's called uh, when it's an OBE, but it's called a split mind because I was aware of myself lying down. I was aware of myself at the foot of the bed, and I was aware of myself in my son's room looking at him. So of course that scared the shit out of me, and I snapped back into my body. Right, I get up and I walk into my son's room. It is exactly how I previously seen. So yeah, I was in between. I remember I was actually falling asleep when that happened. So yeah, that state between waking and sleeping is a very good state. Um, it is that theta state, you know. So this is also theta waves. It's good to do before you do any magical workings. It gets you to that, you know, that mindset. You know what I'm saying? Um, don't be sorry, Agar. I'll try to answer your question a little later. is when you can get the correct wording. But you know, like I said, this wasn't going to be long. I try to make them not as long. I can't sit and talk for a long time. I really can't. Um, it's not that I don't lose. I don't lose focus on anything. I'm just not a talker. You see what I'm saying? That's funny for somebody who has a YouTube channel. I'm not a talk, but I'm not. I'm a Virgo, so we're not very talkative people. Anyway, before I close out, though, what I wanted to say is, though, yeah, if you are doing workings and you are still thinking in terms of time, you need to break yourself away from that. It is not going to serve you well at all. Okay. Now, remember, I say they put everything. Everything is hidden in comics, in movies, in videos, in role playing games. Yes, role playing. American Gods is one of the best hidden secrets there is. They put so much knowledge into that show. It is incredible. I'm like, the people who say it sucked, I'm like, they probably just do not understand what's being said there. Okay. So here's a role-playing game that you should get your hands on. So Voodoo, The Shadow War by C.J. Corella. And there are some things I am sure initiates would not appreciate in this. Um, it, it's it's incredible, honestly. Just look at the artwork there. The Voodoo, The Shadow War. Like I said, if you can get your hands on role playing games, certain role playing games, check this book out. You'll be amazed at what's in here. I believe that this is a picture of Baron Samedi. Look at that. Yeah. Voodoo, Shadow War. Get a copy of this if you can. I'm sure there's a PDF floating around here somewhere. See what I'm saying? Yes, like Cyphers elegantly said, just take your time because it's yours anyway. Yes, Cypher, absolutely. And I figured you would like that show. I figured you would. Yes, that is for those deep thinkers who don't are not controlled by what everybody else thinks. American Gods is a great, great show. Seriously. Second book I wanted to suggest here. Helping Yourself with ESP. Okay. This is by Al.G. Manning, and he has several books out. All of his books are good. One of his books that I have, that I own, is called Helping Yourself with White Witchcraft. These books that he has are good for beginners. Um, when you include your mind power in these rituals or these magic workings or whatever you want to call them, sky's the limit. This is um, a neglected part of magic workings, your own brain, your own mind. See what I'm saying? um, but when you do that, when you start to develop your mind, good things follow, strange things start happening, but for the better. Okay? You don't always have to go to spirits just to get something to work. You really don't. Some things don't require spirits. Some things require your own mind. These two books are my suggestions for today. Okay? It's going to be an interesting couple of months. Trust me on this. The next couple of months will be very, very interesting. I've been saying that. Those that I know that are in the know have been saying that, but people, of course, are not paying attention because they're too busy being distracted. Okay, I will see y'all soon. Thanks for tuning in. I'm sorry it's so short, but that's pretty much all I really have today. So I'll see y'all next time. This has been Magick La Croix. Y'all have a great, peaceful, blessed evening. I'll see y'all next time.